I now invite Mr. Vinayak Godse, Senior VP, DSCI, to deliver his erudite study on crypto assets, the underlying ideas and projects, infrastructure and networking, protocols, interoperability, middleware, and apps. Vinayak, over to you.
Thank you, Anisha, and welcome all of the participants here in the first of DSCI Symposium. What I'll try to do in this particular session in the next talk is discuss about, so we all have been uh, most of the time the uh, discussion about the metaverse and discussion about all the Web3 and crypto, all that basically comes when we talk about, we hear about the climb in crypto currencies and the kind of a valuation that we have been seeing. So we get mesmerized with that basically.
Vinayak, I'm
But
so sorry, but there is a
yeah,
problem with your microphone. If you could just mute and unmute yourself again, that would be.
is it okay?
Try once more, sir.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's better now.
Yeah. So in this particular small talk, what I'll try to really unveil or reveal basically is the underlying ideas and projects basically, which is shaping the entire this token economy, crypto economy. Now it is shaping the entire Web3 ecosystem and metaverse, and there are other concepts like DeFi and DAO basically. So we know that what we had seen in this year itself, last year itself, basically, the Bitcoin has gone to almost 70,000 plus kind of dollar, and just started somewhere in 2018-19, the sharp pickup of the valuation in the Bitcoin, same that we had seen in terms of Ethereum as well. So which was almost below $1,000, and now it has reached to almost $4,000 plus, and little bit. It has come down in last 1 month's time, but we are seeing the sharp jump in many of those crypto assets, and that is really mesmerizing people to see this as an investment possibility. And if you just look at DeFi as an ecosystem, overall, all the value that is getting locked with the decentralized finance ecosystem is almost $125 billion. And look at all of these things basically. So most of them, all of this pickup, all of this race has started somewhere in 2019 basically. In last 2-3 years of time, we are seeing a lot of jump in entire value that or asset value that basically the crypto economy is getting. And overall, if you look at the crypto market, it's almost 2.75 trillion dollar, and this all jump and a lot of those new ideas, new projects, new coins has got introduced in last 2-3 years of time, and they're getting quite a good traction basically. So what I'm trying to do is not talking about investment, not talking about the valuation of the asset. Basically, I will be talking about what are those underlying ideas basically, which are becoming very interesting ideas to dwell into basically. And those ideas, for example, just an example, like the DO stack, Infura, Filecoin, Ados, then Clerks, and then Helium. So what are they basically? So if you just look at, so they are like the projects basically which are running on the decentralized environment, and these projects are providing the basic infrastructures for many idea to work on. For example, the DO stack is developing tech stack for the DO kind of ecosystem. DO is some of you must be knowing, decentralized autonomous organization. Infura is development. So the Filecoin is data storage and retrieval network where you can have decentralized storage of data. ODS is audio streaming platform basically, which is going peer-to-peer decentralized way of streaming the audio. Basically, there's not centralized system there. It is hosted on various different computers, and that is streamed together to give the better streaming experience to the end user basically. The cloud also people are building in a decentralized way. The Flux is getting too much traction in the recent past basically. But people are building the network for IoT using decentralized wireless infrastructure. So look at these projects, which are very interesting projects from the infrastructure perspective. And then there are some setup projects, for example, the graph basically. So the graph is a good idea, which is helping you to query the protocol, or this querying protocol, which is kind of indexing protocol of a Google basically. And with that, you can build quite a good API ecosystem, and that ecosystem can help you to build a lot of applications on top of it. Basically, Polkadot is a networks of developer. Basically, it helps you developer to build application on a blockchain. It can be looked at as a blockchain of a blockchain. Basically, Theta is recently becoming very interesting in terms of video streaming application. It has a decentralized application, and you can use it for P2P streaming of the videos. Basically, right? Then there is a TrueBit, which has been leveraged for the complex computing. Then there is a Alchemy, which is developing a lot of APIs and tool for the Web3 developer. And then there is Juno, which is helping you to speed up the smart contract education, basically. So these are infrastructure layer and infrastructure projects, basically, and these ideas. So some of you and must be knowing that people come up with this idea. They're the basic infrastructure like an Ethereum. Now Solana is also coming in, Polygon is also coming, and around that particular basic blockchain, people try to build the applications, build the elements. So this infrastructure ecosystem is also picking up a lot of steam. A lot of new projects are coming, which is helping you to create that infrastructures, which can be leveraged for many of the ideas you just heard in the first session, basically. So once we see the infrastructure projects, basically, and they all, as you all know, that all of these are launched as a coin, and these coins can be tradable as well. So some of those valuation and initial funding also comes from those coins to these original developers. So they have the developer ecosystem. They create a developer community around these projects, and these developer also get some kind of coins out of it, and then these coins are also tradable, basically. But underlying projects are quite interesting projects. Let me go to the next. The Curve, the AV, the Trust Swap, the Polkastar, the Goldfinch, and compounds. What are they? So let's look at, so there's something called the decentralized finance, basically. So for example, Curve is a exchange liquidity protocol, basically. So where you earn or you invest into the coin, or you earn the coin, basically. So there should be some way for you to exchange with the dollar, basically. So the Curve offers you that, basically. So people are building entire parallel infrastructure to help you deposit the crypto assets and lend also from that one. So Aave is significantly leader in this area, which has bought this liquidity protocol. On that, you can do this deposit and lending operation, basically. The Trust Swap is a crypto launch pad. So if you want to launch a new crypto coin, Trust Swap can help you in that, basically. The Polkadot Star is a cryptocurrency auction platform, basically. So then you can Goldfinch, which is recently becoming too much of a interesting attracting too much of an attraction, which provides the crypto loans without any collateral. Then there is a Compound, which is offering interest rate protocol, and mostly this is community governance. So community can design and determine the interest rate that somebody can earn out of giving loan to somebody, basically. Then there is a Maker, the InstaDeed app, then Ocean. So what they do, basically, so Maker is again a stable decentralized currency. So its value will be always $1, basically. So we'll use Maker to do the transaction and probably to create as an liquidity ecosystem, basically. Then there is a InstaDeed app, which is built by some of the Indian engineers here, which is creating middleware protocol for the decentralized application. Then there is a entire Web3 data economy. So the Ocean is a very interesting protocol which provides a lot of those libraries for helping you to compile the data, collect the data, and process that data for various different use cases, basically. Share is quite interesting. So it's a privacy preserving DeFi system. So you can execute a lot of financial transaction in a very secret network. So the shared protocol is getting good tractions in that, basically. Then people are building the treasury operations as well on this platform, basically. So there is a treasury operations of this big DAO, basically, so which has built world treasury operations which can provide a lot of those treasury services as well. The Ripple is a global payment system, so we use a lot of those global payment payment systems currently in Web 2 way, and which has been seen how lengthy, how time consuming it are. So Ripple is trying to solve that problem in a global payment ecosystem, basically. So it's a one category. I talked about infrastructure. I am now talking about DeFi, digital finance, as one category. Let's go to the next. Then quite interesting set of the projects, basically Lex DAO, Hollywood DAO, Elonganate, Acquire, the Pool, the WorldCoin. So what are those? What are these projects, basically? So they are like a decentralized organization, as well as they some of them are also working for solving some of the social causes. For example, if you just look at LexDAO, it's a legal engineering guild. So we know that people have to spend a lot of money to take a legal services. This LexDAO is trying to create a network which can disrupt the entire legal services business basically. Funding of a movie is till the time is very monopolized basically. So now the Hollywood DAO is trying to bring the ecosystem, bring this project basically where an individual can also fund a movie in Hollywood basically. If you are using social media, until now we have seen the web 2 ecosystem where social media companies are earning money, but here the Elongated is trying to say that if you are using social media, probably you will get paid for use of in that particular media basically. Acquiry is a trying to issue the coin basically. People can buy that and they can charge 10% of tax, and that tax can be used to provide the funding to the NGO which are engaged in earth preservation basically. If you are saving, and saving should also get rewarded, so this is a lottery platform which has been created to just giving you reward to save your money basically. WorldCoin is a very interesting idea basically. Still in a launch mode now. So what it does basically is it's a global coin, and it can be issued to you as a UPI basically. It's a free coin that will be given to you. So they will just scan your eye, and based on the scan, they will give you the coin basically. It's like a universal basic income given to the people basically. Then comes the mirror, which is also another interesting thing. So, for example, if you are blogging, so this is a decentralized blogging platform. A blogger can earn money in terms of the NFTs. Basically, they can turn their writing into NFTs. Basically, then there's a mint fund which is using this particular project for funding artists and creators. They are primarily prioritizing eligibility and BIPOC categories for this particularly. Then we know we are on gig economies. In gig economy, basically the workers may not be get very well benefited. So this platform Opolis is created to provide all those benefits like health insurance kind of benefits to the gig economy worker. NG is largely created for funding some of the causes. TerraPass is one of the DAO which is rewarding the carbon offset. For example, they will if you are saving the carbon, they will offset that by issuing coin to you. Then there is an application for the tree plantation as well. So by paying some kind of a DAI in a mirror in a maker, basically you can. So this particular initiative will plant tree on basis on your investment basically. So these are quite an interesting social plus decentralized governance applications which are coming in the field, and I'm specifically looking at the projects and these ideas basically. These ideas where if you look at web 2 ecosystem or current ecosystem, most of these ideas are executed by some of those central agencies, central authority or company basically. So now let me conclude this particular talk by talking about, because today the entire title of this session is the Metaverse Symposium. Let me take you to the some of the ideas that have been practiced: the decentralized, the sandbox, the Axie Infinity, Engine, and Wax. What they are basically? These are all Metaverse projects basically. So, for example, decentralized is completely creating Earth, and you can go and buy virtual land on a virtual art which has been created by Decentraland, and you buy it as an NFT basically. So Sandbox is a virtual gaming platform basically. Axie Infinity is very interesting, and now country like Philippines is even looking at taxing the income people are earning out of Axie Infinity basically. So it's like a pay to earn platform basically. So you can earn money by playing game on Axie Infinity. Engine is a platform to create and distribute NFTs, largely empowering the artists and creators, because we are talking about creators economy, and this particular century people say about creator economy. So that's the ecosystem getting created. Then there is a Wax. Wax is a kind of exchange where you can sell and buy NFTs, game and collectibles on this platform. Then a couple of more example: Illuvium, then Vulcan, Forge, then Key, then Towers and Portal. Let me take you to that. So there is a adventure game which you can use to earn Ethereum. Vulcan Forge is creating entire gaming ecosystem which can be leveraged to build many games and many applications on Metaverse. Rama talked about the virtual gaming concert. So Seek is a platform. It's a project basically which is helping you to do the virtual streaming platform where millions of people across the world can join. Triverse is another interesting project basically, which is it's a gaming platform which is used to make sure that millions of mass people are using together to play a game, and the portal is the something that somebody talked about in last session, is a browser based metaverse platform basically. So so what we try to do in this particular session is to not only look at these decentralized and all of these kind of thing only as a crypto asset. So the underlying ideas, underlying projects, underlying innovations that they are trying to put together basically are quite interesting to look and interesting to explore. And some of those ideas would become some of this significant idea in the coming future, and that's what the people say, that a lot of commercial value may get created out of it. So with this, I would like to end my brief talk on the crypto projects which are driving the entire crypto economy, metaverse, Web3, and DeFi and DAO ecosystem. So thank you, Anisha. Over to you.